Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. My name is Rachel. Today we are doing a lower body focused flexibility yoga practice. So find just a little bit of space to move. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's get started. So let's begin today either in a cross-legged seated position or lotus or half lotus even. So if you want to do half lotus, you can just bring one foot to rest on top of your thigh as close to that hip crease as you can get it, and you can keep your other foot on the bottom. And if you want to do full lotus, you just bring both of your feet up onto your thighs, and you could also just sit cross-legged if this is a little uncomfortable for you already. You can just stay there. So I think I'm going to do a little half lotus today. We're going to switch sides in a few moments. So choose a side, choose your own adventure, and then either sitting tall or tipping forwards. So I just want you to you might feel a nice stretch through those hips, through the legs, glutes. You might not be able to tip very far over. You can just kind of play with it. But if sitting tall suits you better, you can definitely stay here. I just want you to be able to close your eyes and check in with your breath. As you relax your jaw. And just start to let go of your day. And if you are tipping over, just use a slow inhale to lift yourself back up. Maybe keeping your eyes closed as you unwind your legs and just switch sides. Switch the way that you're crossing your legs, or your half lotus or full lotus. Add a little tip forward if it feels good. And stay nice and tall if it doesn't. Either way, just closing your eyes. And breathe. Some of you guys using an inhale if you're folding, slowly lifting yourself back up. Maybe keeping your eyes closed as you gently unwind your legs. Maybe just bringing the feet to the floor for a second. Giving yourself a little rock side to side with your legs. And you can start to open your eyes if you'd like, or you could even keep your eyes closed. But we're going to start to send one leg out to the side. So nice and wide. And then just bend your other leg in. So I want that leg that's straight out to the side, as far out to the side as you can get it, so that we can get a nice inner leg stretch. Same thing if you would like to tip forwards. You can tip forwards, or you can just stay sitting nice and tall. Maybe you even want to rock between the two. And just using your breath, just keep you in the stretch. We're not going to stay too long in any of these poses today. So just settle right in. And just like that, you're going to be using an inhale to lift yourself back up. And switching sides, bend that leg in and send your other leg out. Again, I didn't tell you which side to do, so that's up to you. Sending that leg out enough so that you can start to feel that inner leg stretch. Maybe adding a tip forwards, maybe not. Awesome job, you guys. Using an inhale, gently lifting yourself back up if you're folding forwards, sliding that straight leg back in. Again, you can unwind those legs, plant the feet, maybe a little rock side to side if that feels good. And then we're going to bring our shins back down. So not sitting cross-legged, but setting up for double pigeon. So our shins are more parallel to the top of the mat and stacking on top of one another. So you can think about bringing one foot on top of the one knee and one knee on top of one foot. So again, not quite cross-legged. And then if you'd like to take an inhale to lengthen your spine, you might be leaning back a little bit, or maybe you're able to tip forwards and feel that awesome glute stretch that that top leg is getting. Nice work, you guys. Using an inhale, lift your upper body back up and just simply switch sides. Bring your top leg to the bottom, stack your foot over top of your knee, line up the shins, and then bring that other knee on top of that other foot. Take an inhale, stay here, or tip forwards as you exhale. Nice work, you guys. Inhale is going to lift you back up. I'm trying not to spend too much time in each of these poses. But sometimes I just get kind of sucked in and settled in. So unwind your legs, you guys. Give yourself a little bit of a shake, a little bit of a wiggle, and then we're going to come onto our hands and knees. So coming a little deeper now. So we can bring our right foot forwards into a lunge, sinking those hips forwards, finding that left hip flexor. And then once you've found your hip flexor, I want you to keep the chest low and your hands down, but I want you to start to heel toe your foot over to the right side and let your knee fall out to the right side. So hopefully you can keep that hip flexor on that left side, that stretch, and add a whole lot of love for that right leg, that glute, that hip with lizard. If you're able, if you'd like to bring the forearms down, you can. But let's try to keep that left hip flexor stretch. Nice job, you guys. If you're on your forearms, slowly inhale and lift yourself all the way back up. Heel toe your foot back to the middle of your mat. Okay, in that lunge, send the hips forward. Try to get that hip flexor again on that left side. Take another inhale. And then exhale, straighten that leg as you send the hips back, half splits. Maybe lifting the toes up, flexing that foot, or dropping the chest. But that hamstring, that calf. Nice job, you guys. Using an inhale, shift your weight forward. Let's send those hips forward enough to get that left hip flexor again. So good. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, let that go, sliding that right knee and leg back in on your hands and your knees here. And let's switch sides. So left foot's coming forwards for our lunge. Hips are coming forwards. Try to find that right hip flexor this time. It's almost like you want to send the hips forward just a little more. You might be pushing into your front foot a little bit, but that back knee isn't moving. It's just creating a little bit more length through that hip. Nice job, you guys. All right, keep that right hip flexor stretch and heel toe your foot over to the left for your lizard. Regroup, try to find that right hip flexor stretch again in case you lost it. And then settle into your lizard. Nice work, you guys. An inhale is going to lift you back up. Heel toe your foot back to the middle. Reset that lunge. Send the hips forward again. Try to get that right hip flexor. And once you've got it, take another inhale. And an exhale. Send the hips back for your half split. Awesome, you guys. Inhale to send those hips forwards again so you can find that hip flexor one more time. And then gently, gently sliding that left knee back in. And let's just take child's pose. You can bring your knees out wide if you'd like, or you can keep your knees together. Option to have the arms reaching above the head, or maybe bringing them to your sides with your palms facing up. And just notice any feelings and sensations going through your lower body, especially those hips. Awesome job, you guys. All right, using an inhale, starting to lift the upper body back up. So we're just gonna sit on our heels. I'm gonna switch directions here. So we're actually gonna place. Let's bring the left foot into the ball of the right foot. So it's kind of like the top of your left foot, that bone on the top of your foot is going to be pushing in to the ball, or that inner right foot, and it's gonna be like a little massage. It's like almost if you ever step on a lacrosse ball or one of those little really hard balls and kind of rub the sole of your foot into that ball. It's kind of that same feeling. And then you're just gonna sit on your heels. So it kind of looks a little something like that. And if you feel nothing at all, maybe you haven't found that sweet spot just yet. So you can kind of play with that, where that top foot is resting. And then we're going to come forwards and we're going to switch sides. So just bring the right foot into the sole of your foot. I said the ball of your foot earlier, but I meant the sole of your foot. And yeah, just that nice bony part of the top of your foot pushing in to that left foot, that tender part of your foot. Just love it and hate it at the same time. Nice job, you guys. All right, coming forwards. Come off your feet, uncross them, shake it out, and let's finish off with a toe squat. So tuck your toes under, send your hips back towards your heels, finding the length all through the bottom of your feet. If you're able, sit on your heels, take the weight out of your hands and the upper body completely. Soften your shoulders. Smile. Nice job, you guys. One more inhale. And exhale as you come forward. Shake up those toes. Shake up those toes. Maybe even give them a little love tap on the mat. And then you can cross your ankles and let's have a seat. Awesome job today, you guys. I hope that your lower body is feeling nice and open, stretched out. Enjoy the rest of your day. And until we meet again, namaste.